quick note on rounds 25 and 26. I've not done a video for those because they are very, very simply double crochet back loops all the way around. The outer one here, which is row 26, in the turquoise colour, you have got an increase every 15 stitches, so you can see there's an increase in there. But again, you're more than capable of handling that if you've got this far with a mandala, so I'm not going to bore you further with these two rounds. Round 27, our penultimate round, which is amazing really, isn't it? Round 27 is mint, so it's the darker green colour again, and here are the last two rounds that we didn't do videos for, but you can see they've faded beautifully into the background. They're just those double crochet doing their thing, providing a nice foundation for something that's going on over the top of them. And what's going on over the top of them is this very long triple treble stitch, which is finishing off the point, the outline of the point of the star here. So that is all good in this round. It's very easy, don't worry about that. We can crack on and get that done, no problem. But before we start, I just want to show you this. Can you see how it's curling? Curly, curly curlingtons. And the finished mandala doesn't curl at all. It is flat as a beautiful pancake. That is all done with the magic of blocking, and we'll talk about that at the end. So please don't worry about it being a little bit curly at this stage. It's absolutely fine, and you can sort that out, no problem at all. So let's start so I can show you how to get your penultimate round in. It's very exciting. Okay, we're going to join mint into the second stitch of any increase from the round before. So if you can see that, it is there. Increase just means 2 into 1, doesn't it? So it's the second stitch of the 2 into 1 stitch. I know it doesn't sound as nice as increase, does it? Joining in the normal way, and that is counting as our first double crochet. So it's back loops only still, and UK terms. We're going to start with 9 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and we're now going to make that colossal stitch around the top of the point of this star. So it might seem colossal, but all it is an actual, just an extra wrap around the hook to start with. So we're going around once, twice, 3 times. That's all it is. You've done this before. You're going to put your hook behind that double or front post triple treble 2 together. Pull through, and now all you're doing is yarn over and through 2. Whoops, I've split the yarn. Let's get that back. 1 time, yarn over, pull through 2 twice, yarn over, pull through 2 3 times, yarn over, pull through 2 4 times. So it's not complicated, there's just a lot of repeating. Now, before I go on, I want to talk to you about something. Now, this is sitting up here nice and straight, that point. It's not going to the right or to the left, it's nice and straight up. If, when you've joined in your stitch, you're getting to the point of needing to do this stitch and it's leaning too far one way or the other, block your ears, Amanda Williams, if you're listening. Don't worry. Don't worry. Take your stitches out, come back to where you need to start, or add stitches in and go forward to where you need to start, and make that stitch so that it sits bolt upright. As long as you've got the right stitch count, the starting point is absolutely unimportant in this round, so it really doesn't matter. As long as you're starting and as long as you're finishing this round with 136 double crochet and 8 of these front post double trebles, it really doesn't matter. The starting point is just a reference really to get you going, so you know where that stitch should sit. Don't panic. Your end stitch count is the important one. The starting point oops, really isn't important. And what I will do at this point is tell you how many stitches you should have started with at round 27. So at the end of round 26, you should have ended up with 136 single crochet. So if you started with 136 single crochet, do not get too hung up on this starting point. Focus on getting that long stitch straight. That is the top tip for this round. You are then literally putting double crochets in every single stitch around. So when you've done that, you're not skipping any stitches behind, you're pulling forward and working into every stitch, so there's no break in stitches at all. Once you've pulled forward and done started off your stitches again, we're doing 8 double crochet this time. So realistically, doing the maths, you've just got 17 double crochet between these big long tall stitches. That's all it is. So once you've found your positioning of the first one, the rest should fall into place nicely, and nobody gives a monkey's where those stitches are falling because it's irrelevant. Irrelevant to the pattern, it will not show. In fact, I looked at my sample piece and I couldn't even see the increases on the turquoise round, but it still worked out, so it's fine. So realistically, I don't need to show you too much. I'm going to whiz around and just do one more. Right, so I have done 17 stitches from the point of the last very long stitch. So let me just double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Whoops, I've done 18. So 17 stitches. Yarn around the hook 3 times. Let's go behind that double treble 2 together from the previous round. Yarn over through 2 1 time, yarn over through 2 twice, yarn over through 2 3 times, and 4 times, and then you're just going to start that whole shebang again. So all the way around, that's what you should be doing, and as I said, ending up with 136 of these single crochets and 8 of these front post double treble stitches. And guess what we're now going to do? Sorry, when that's finished, so excited, I'm ahead of myself. When that's finished, it's going to look like this. All the posts are where they ought to be. And again, to be honest with you, I mean, look at that curvy post. This started like this. Look at that, it's so professional. This beautiful mandala started like this, but these posts are now sticking out beautifully straight, and that is the magical properties of blocking, so don't worry too much.